Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of WWE Smackdown vs. Raw 2007 General Manager Mode. My name is BrendenPlayz. We are back with another big episode for you guys coming off the Taboo Tuesday pay-per-view, which saw a 4.5 star rated show for us. It got us a big ratings jump overall. We're kind of back in front here. Have a quick look at our roster first. You can see some fatigue on a number of our superstars at the moment. I decided I went ahead and I disabled the morale for a quick minute. I did disabled and re-enabled. I did that because look, everyone wanted the title shot, and it's just we can't give everyone a title shot. Otherwise, we're gonna have to do a title shot every second match. So we disabled that. We've re-enabled it again. I can't say that word, but re-enabled again, and we're all good to go. So everyone's happy, and everyone was just complaining about title shots, and a couple of people complaining they've lost too much. It doesn't really affect us too much. So this is where we stand right now. Batista, Cena, Angle, and Edge all doing well on the popularity mark. Eddie Guerrero and Van Dam and Randy Orton also in the 80 mark as well. Guerrero, we need to kind of give him a few more wins, boost him up into the 90 mark to join the others as well. Van Dam coming off a win, which is good, and Randy Orton, he's been on the rise for a while now. Trish Strategy's also moving up quite well, as is Shelton Benjamin and Kane. So overall, pretty good roster. Now, we brought in Hardcore Holly a few weeks ago. I'm still not quite sure if that was a good decision, or I'm happy with that decision, but some of you guys are kind of requesting that we should bring in someone like a Mark Henry, or even a William Regal. Even a few requests for Daivari. So I asked last episode if you could bring in one person, who would you want it to be, and I'll try and make it happen. So it was pretty split, pretty divided, but a lot of you guys wanted me to bring in the likes of just Shawn Michaels or a Triple H. Triple H, as you can see, a little bit out of our way. There's probably no way we could really bring him in, but someone like a Shawn Michaels, for example, with a 91 popularity, it is possible, but we'd have to trade out someone like Kurt Angle or Edge or John Cena to probably get it done. So that's the dilemma there. Do we want to trade out one of our top names to get another top name? Yes, someone different, someone fresh, kind of make things more exciting for a while. That's fine. That's an opportunity that we can kind of exploit and try and explore if we want to do so. It's surprising that Carlito is so popular. That's pretty impressive they got him that far. So another one I was looking at is bringing back the Undertaker. I know we kind of had him for a while, but that contract, 21 weeks. All of you guys are kind of criticizing me. Brendan, you waste all your money on signing the Undertaker. Such a long contract. You're not even using him anymore. I get that. I kind of fucked up there. So maybe thinking about bringing the Undertaker back. 88 popularity. It's an option. He would be probably gettable. We'd have to probably trade out, like I said, one of these top guys again. I mean, if we tried to offer them two mid-range guys, I'm thinking maybe I want to trade out JBL. I think we've kind of used him up a little bit. And let's say we trade out JBL and, who else could we really trade out? There's no one really that we could do. I mean, there's no way they're going to take this trade, but yeah, we'll have a look. Yes, there's no way they're going to take the trade, but there's no one really else that we could really trade out, because obviously Big Show and Kane, we've got them with the tag team. Shelton Benjamin, we just brought him in to feud with Matt Hardy, who's our champion, and we kind of want to keep Rob Van Dam. He's been on the rise. We kind of want to continue that going, and same with Randy Orton. So I don't know, there's not really many options we can kind of explore right now with our trades. We could bring in Booker T. I'm pretty sure we had him already. Is that right? Did we have Booker T at one point? My mind has kind of gone blank on that. Or a Boogeyman, for example. Ric Flair, he's a possibility. So there's a few names we could bring in, but no one who's really going to help us out. There's really no good trades that we could probably make there to try and improve on our roster. Here's a quick look at the ratings at the moment. So we've gone back in front of the ratings. 500,000 viewer lead at the moment, thanks to our big pay-per-view success. We've basically switched spots. Last week Smackdown was probably in the same position as us. We kind of just switched places, and we're doing well. Coming up is Survivor Series, so we have to kind of make sure that we can continue our momentum. So we have 3 Raws we have to do before Survivor Series, where we'll take on Smackdown, I believe, in some matches, something like that. So we have to be going pretty well. We need to make sure we can continue our rivalries and kind of finish up strong. Then they'll have Armageddon. So if we win Survivor Series, we should maybe have a 700,000, 800,000 viewer lead, which would be huge. Then when they have Armageddon, they'll probably take back 500,000, 400,000 from us. We should still have a lead overall heading in towards our next pay-per-view, New Year's Revolution, then the Royal Rumble. So we could realistically have a big lead heading in towards the WrestleMania season. So that's a very big plus for us. So we are in a good position. So this week on Raw, we need to do some advertising. Obviously, our cash is the biggest problem. We still have that problem, but we want to also turn Matt Hardy, so we can do a Shelton Benjamin versus Matt Hardy official feud. We've been wanting to do that for a while, but we haven't been able to kind of do it because of basically, you know, both of them being clean. One of them needs to be dirty. We actually are going to do a title match, so we're going to just kind of go with it. We need to kind of follow it up Taboo Tuesday with a big success. So we're going to do another title match, and we're going to do a Fatal 4-Way. That's triple threat. We're going to go Fatal 4-Way. Fatal 4-Way title match. We'll put Batista, we'll put Kurt Angle in there. We're going to go all out. We're going to go all out in this one. I think I said that Edge and Van Dam would be the next two contenders, so that's Randy Orton. I keep picking the wrong people. Randy Orton, so Rob Van Dam, I should say. So Rob Van Dam, Edge, Batista, and Kurt Angle. Can we do that? Yep, we can do that. So yeah, I was kind of thinking maybe with Randy Orton and John Cena rather than Edge and Van Dam, but I kind of think I had Rob Van Dam and Edge as like an unofficial or official number one contenders match. So we'll do that. Fatal 4-Way. Kurt Angle needs a rematch anyway, so rather than waiting at Survivor Series, where I believe we won't be able to do a title match at Survivor Series, we probably can, but you know, we want our best guys in that big Survivor Series main event. We'll just kind of get that done out of the way now. And after this, I think if, let's say, Edge doesn't win, we probably will play that title match. We'll probably play as Batista to try and keep the belt. After that, we'll probably look for Edge and Randy Orton to start teaming up together and trying to take on the tag champions. So we'll have Chavo and Eddie kind of take on the tag champions this week, see how they fare. And we need to continue our women's rivalry, so we're going to do a tag team match with our women. Now, we do run the risk of not having enough people to fill the matches, so I actually think we probably should change that. I think we will probably run out, so we'll just kind of have a rematch from the pay-per-view, Trish versus Melina, non-title. And we'll kind of we'll do another singles match. We probably might have enough, let's be honest. We probably will have enough, but we'll do a singles match. Maybe we could do a straight-up rematch between Randy and John Cena, because these are the type of things we need to do to kind of pop a good rating. So we'll have Randy and John Cena, and they can have another rematch. But we'll make that like a backstage brawl, so the fatigue factor is pretty high in those ones, and we don't really want them to kind of get injured, so we kind of need to take that into consideration as well. So we might go for a first blood that has a lot less fatigue loss, or fatigue gain I should say, so we'll go with that, and we should still have enough here to kind of give us what we want. So we'll do a bit of a tag team match, have Hardcore Holly, he can team up with Shelton Benjamin. Where is Shelton? Shelton's already there, so my bad. Team up with Shelton Benjamin, and they can take on JBL and Matt Hardy. And we can also have our women's match, our standard kind of women's match. We really need more women in the game to kind of play with, but we don't really have any, so we have to kind of keep recycling the same matches over and over, but that's just the way it's got to be. Maybe we'll up the ante a little bit. When they're not in a rivalry, I don't believe, so we can do a submission match, even though we've learned that submission matches are really, they're cursed, they're terrible. So that covers all of our rivalries, so these two will cover the main event. Oh, JBL and Kane were actually feuding, but we'll end that feud. That was just a short-term feud to kind of get that out of the way. So we'll end that feud, and we'll kind of, you know, maybe we should end that feud properly. I think I actually did I get rid of I got rid of the advertising. Maybe we'll end that feud and kind of just do a tag team thing for a few weeks between Chavo and Eddie. This is Big Show and Kane. They can just be a short-term little rivalry. And what can we do here? There's no really good tag team rivalries, is there? take a look. It's annoying that it doesn't really tell you what's what. What's a tag team rivalry, what's not. That'll work. So we can do that. That can be a short-term rivalry, so we'll go with that. I think we've used everyone this week, so we'll confirm, and we'll play the main event, and we'll play as the champion. Alrighty, here we go. It's going to be a fatal 4-way match with the champion Batista coming out to the ring right now. He's got the title around his waist, winning it at Taboo Tuesday, so this will be his first title defense as champion. What, for the second time, third time? He's been champion a few times here, hasn't he? So he's going to be put to the test again. So we'll see how he fares against three of our very best. And the former champion, Kurt Angle, now coming out to the ring. So losing it at Taboo Tuesday to Batista one-on-one. He has to be very frustrated with himself. Wants to kind of bounce back and try and do that in a big possible way. Trying to come back and win this title that he lost. But it's going to be tough. Going to have Edge and Rob Van Dam in there as well. It's going to make things very, very difficult for Kurt Angle indeed. Here comes Edge, and despite losing at Taboo Tuesday, gets a little lucky here that he gets a rematch. Well, a championship opportunity anyways, and a bit of a rematch at Rob Van Dam as well. So Edge a little bit lucky, but we'll continue this rivalry between Rob Van Dam and Edge and kind of give Van Dam a title shot, which he does deserve. So we'll see how both these guys do when the pressure is on. And of course, the man that he defeated, Rob Van Dam. And a big match here for Rob Van Dam. He's been in amongst the Intercontinental Championship scene for a while now, moving up to the main event. And now an opportunity for the WWE Championship. Can Rob Van Dam make it a good one? Can he become champion for the first time here in GM mode? So here we go, Fatal 4-Way. The title's on the line. Batista and Edge battling away. Kurt Angle and Rob Van Dam as well. Batista would love to keep that championship. He's going to try and do everything he can to hang on to it. But Kurt Angle and Rob Van Dam is going to be right there to try and take it from him as well as Edge. But so far, Batista's handling Edge pretty well, as Kurt Angle's got a headlock on Rob Van Dam on the other side of the ring. He's not letting it go. The referee's not happy with him. Count of 4. Angle has to release it. He will. But geez, that was close. Batista just slapping the back of Kurt Angle. Edge has been taken over the top of the rope. Batista now going to continue to try and wear down Kurt Angle. Trying to wear down the head of Kurt Angle. Bit of payback for what happened to Rob Van Dam, but Batista doing it instead. Batista now gets behind Edge, and look out, here's trouble for Edge. Planted down on the knee. And Rob Van Dam, what about that? Landing on Kurt Angle. So Van Dam showing us what he can do. Now Batista's got Edge. So, obviously, a big main event for us in this one. If we can kind of secure a win, I mean, it's going to be huge. You know, secure a big win for this week. I think this is probably the most important week for our, SmackDown vs. Raw rivalry. If we can get a win in the ratings war, it's going to really kind of set us up nicely for Survivor Series. And like I said earlier, we win Survivor Series, there really won't be much stopping us until Armageddon. SmackDown can slowly claw their way back with some good wins here and there. But we'll have a pretty big advantage for quite some time. And we do have some good rivalry set in stone. So up until Survivor Series, we probably should do pretty good in the ratings. After Survivor Series, when we're trying to rebuild, that's when we're going to have the issue. That's why Survivor Series is going to be such an important pay-per-view for us. When we start to try and rebuild some of our rivalries and start afresh again, that's where Raw will probably struggle, and that's where SmackDown will probably take advantage. So if we can try and make sure that we have a big lead for that, that will give us a bit of an edge. No pun intended. Batista with a half crab now on Kurt Angle. Both Edge and Van Dam trying to break it up. They do so. And Batista's fired up. Rob Van Dam's got a hold of Edge, and Batista countering what Kurt Angle was going to offer him there. Batista coming after... Oh, thought he was coming after Van Dam. He was. Turned his attention to Kurt Angle. Decided to hit Kurt Angle. Then he hit Rob Van Dam at the same time. Look out. Oh! Batista with a big shot there to Edge. Now Van Dam's going to send Kurt Angle for an unpleasant ride. But Edge has already taken a bit of a beatdown in this match. He is struggling. has really not got himself going at all. And Batista, he's down. Edge finally gets a chance to get on the offense rather than the defense. Batista's just waiting for someone to come after him. Grabs a hold of Edge. Look out, the leg of Edge. Into the mat. Batista picking him up. Oh, Kurt Angle was in some trouble. Rob Van Dam nearly had him pinned, but Batista able to get over there in time and hit the elbow and break things up and keep this one alive. Now Edge, he's going to have his leg taken down thanks to Kurt Angle. Batista. Well, the referee got in the way, so let's swat him out of the way. Batista went for attempted clothesline on Rob Van Dam. Didn't quite work out. And look out now, Batista. A shot to the midsection on Rob Van Dam. Picks up Van Dam. The Batista bomb. And that could be it right there. Batista now with the cover. But it is Edge and Angle right there to break things up. Rob Van Dam was in a world of hurt. And he probably was going to get pinned right there thanks to Batista. Now Batista. Big right hand there to Van Dam. Batista's got Angle. A backbreaker to Angle. Everybody is down right now except for Batista. A chance to capitalize. Going to strike to the left and right of Kurt Angle. And now Batista. Again, coming after Edge. He can't. I thought he was going to try and set it for another Batista bomb. Couldn't quite get it. And now he's going to have to try and go back on the defense thanks to Edge. Van Dam now behind on Edge. And look out, here comes an Angle slam by Kurt Angle. An Angle slam by Angle. Now Van Dam with the backslide. Look out, Batista in trouble. Batista almost losing the title right there to Rob Van Dam. Kurt Angle able to break things up though and keep this one alive. Now, Edge going to get sent for a ride here by Angle. Using the ropes. In territory not really anyone's very fond of having exploited. Big shot there by Batista. Follows up with an elbow there on Rob Van Dam again. Batista 3 elbow strikes there to Van Dam. Batista sees Kurt Angle, the last man standing right now. Van Dam back to his feet. Now Batista. Everyone's down except for Van Dam. Edge and Kurt Angle trying to get back to their feet. Batista with the Batista bomb. But the rope break will be enforced despite it being a fatal 4-way. And now Batista's going to go for the cover again. Look out, the cover 2! And Van Dam gets the shoulder up. So the rope break saving Rob Van Dam. And he had enough time to kick out the second time. Batista wanted to go off the top of the rope. Rob Van Dam was moved out of the way thanks to Edge, so not as effective as Batista would have liked. Another backbreaker there by Batista. Angle struck in the back. There by the Animal. A shot to the midsection now. Everyone's down again. A chance here for Batista to capitalize. Batista's got Angle right where he wants him. And Edge, though, a thump to the eye. There on Batista. Look out! Execution! New champion! New champion! Edge has got it, but Angle and Van Dam getting back to their feet. Jeez, that was close. Edge almost having the match won, almost winning the title right there and there. Would have been a bit of an upset. Batista, big clothesline at Angle. And now Batista, look out, setting up Rob Van Dam. No, Van Dam with a counter. Countering into the DDT. Now Angle set in the corner. Edge and Van Dam now coming after one another. Batista trying to come after Angle in the corner. He missed the first time. He'll get the second time with the knees. Big shots here by Batista. Tried to go for one more knee. Angle able to get out of the way, but here's trouble again. Another backbreaker there by Batista. who's running out of gas here. He needs to try and recover a little bit. Angle's lean down. Batista's got to try and get out of this corner now. Batista has a hold of Angle again. Look out now. Another Batista bomb. He's got it, but the rope break probably will be enforced again. It will be. Batista can't pick up the win as of yet. Edge takes out Van Dam, but he sees what's happening there with Batista and Angle. Breaks it up. Van Dam's been cut open in the process. What a phenomenon is the animal Batista. Batista with a big shot there to Angle. Batista just needs to find the right time, take out all three people, and win this match. Edge tackling down Batista, follows up with some big strikes there. Now Edge wants Batista to get up. Trouble now for Batista. Here comes the spear. There it is. Edge will win the title right here if he can get to the cover. He's got it. And Kurt Angle and Van Dam are right there again. Well, he was trying to hope that Kurt Angle and Van Dam would attack one another whilst he was going for the cover. Didn't quite work out that way. Batista, he's in trouble now. We might have ourselves a new champion if Batista's not careful. Now Batista's got Edge. He's going to pick him up now and go for a Batista bomb on Edge. Now the cover. Rope break there. The referee is looking at the submission at the other side of the ring. Batista's going for the cover here. Well, there's been a tap out, and Kurt Angle has stolen the title back from Batista. Well, what about that? Rob Van Dam tapping out Batista. He had Edge beat on the other side of the ring. Kurt Angle had the submission on, and whilst Batista was trying to go for the cover, Van Dam was getting tapped out, and Kurt Angle has won back the WWE title. A one-day reign for Batista. Angle is your champion once again. Well, what about that? A huge upset. Let's check out the other results. We got a new champion. Kane and Big Show, they knock off the Guerreros again, so I guess probably looking likely that Edge and Orton will be their next contenders. Trish Stratus defeats Melina one-on-one once again. John Cena defeating Randy Orton in a first blood match. Hardcore Holly and Shelton Benjamin get the win over Matt Hardy and JBL. And Lita gets the win over Tori Wilson. So let's go look at the ratings results. Let's see how we fared. Oh, Booker T with a bit of interference on our show. But did we get the win? No. SmackDown won. And 120,000. Wow. Wow. That is huge. Well, even with a big title match, we still couldn't pop a good rating. I mean, let's have a look. We only had a 4-star match for the title match at the end of the day. Cena and Orton was a 4-star match as well. Overall, 3-star rated show. Not good enough. Not good enough at all. SmackDown, 3.5-star rated. And fair result. They were better than us. And once again, we've copped up 120,000 viewers. Well, we tried. We tried to up the ante a little bit as much as we probably could, really. And it has not worked out for us. As you see, Trish Stratus is a 3-week injury. And we do have a few contracts we need to renegotiate. As you can see, though, we have $900,000, so we have a bit of money. This is probably the most money we've had in quite some time. We're about to spend it all, though, but we are in a decent position. Are we able to sign everyone? So we've got 2 there. How many work to go? Just 1 more contract? So we've been able to sign everyone. Yes, and with some time, with some money left over. So that's a big bonus. We don't have to sign anyone for a few weeks, so that's huge. That is a real big bonus for us. Whew. So there's where we stand right now. So did we lose that women's rivalry? Did we make a mistake there, or was that rivalry run out after Taboo Tuesday? I'm probably assuming that. So this is where we stand at the moment. We've still got our main couple rivalries doing pretty good. So we figured that we'd be going okay, but it doesn't seem to be the case. As I can see that I saw that Shawn Michaels and a few others on SmackDown have got only a week left in their contract. So I wonder if SmackDown might cough up one of their main guys next week. I highly doubt it, but we'll have a quick look next week to see how we go. So you see Kurt Angle's kind of switch with Batista as the top guy. So Edge just moved up a little bit as well. So Trish Stratus up to 79, Shelton Benjamin moving up. So all is pretty well at the moment. And now we can start our Matt Hardy and Shelton Benjamin rivalry as well. So we'll do that for 10 weeks or so. However long we need to do it for. And loser leaves the brand. It's always a good one to do, even though we never kick them out. But there we go. So Matt Hardy and Shelton Benjamin. So we didn't even really need to do the 2 advertising promos. We got away with it in the end, and we were able to kind of do the change that we really wanted to as well and still be okay. So that's a very positive week for us on that regard. You can see our lead has been closed in quite a lot, so the margin isn't as great as we were once hoping it would be. Here's the power rankings for the week. Kurt Angle, John Cena are our top 2 names, so we do have the top in the power rankings, which is good. But you can see we don't have very much of a strong presence on there. SmackDown's certainly much better than us at the moment. But nonetheless, a big week for us, unfortunately for the wrong reasons, but other things were pretty positive for us. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us for another episode of GMO. If you enjoyed it, please do leave a like on this episode. Make sure you continue to support the videos and you'll get to see more and more and more often. Subscribe if you haven't already seen more videos from me. And make sure you check out the Patreon page and my social media to support the channel even further on. Hope you guys had a great day, and I'll see you all next video.